Hello, English 4 students. This is the second part of your information for today. So I went through all of this up here. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be making a copy of this document right here. When you click on this, it'll make a thing for you. And so here is my copy that I've already made. And so what you're going to be doing is you're going to be completing parts 1 and parts 2 before the end of this week. So you need to have this before March 1st when we return to um, school, or even before then. So what you're going to do is you are going to, like I said, you're going to click on that blue thing, and it's going to make a copy of this document. And so then you can do a couple of things. So I think I showed you in the first video, but I'm just going to show you again. If you go to the Mac and Via group and you click on one of these, my son is practicing his French horn, so there you go. So I'm just going to click on one of these. And so when I click on one of these sources or resources, so you'll notice that all of these search terms come up when I put this in. So we've got global warming and climate change. We've got climate action, climate control, climate conditions, climatology, climate research, climate crisis, climate models, climate science. So these would be examples of terms that you could put in here, single words or phrases that are going to give you additional information about your topic. Another thing that you can do is you can come, so I'm going to put in climate, and I'm going to click on here. Another thing that you can do is right here where it says related topics, I can click on the related topics, and then I might be able to also put in alternative energy, biomes, deforestation, renewable energy, solar energy, air pollution. These all also might be additional terms I can put in here. And so that is going to be, and you can always add more than what's here. So you just take this and you do insert a row below or above, and then you can add more terms. You can also type in additional things, below these boxes if you want. So you're going to complete that to help you know what you're searching when you are searching in the Mac and Via databases, because you can't go into a Mac and Via, you can't come in here and type in like you would in Google. Like you can't type in up here, what is climate change? Because these databases do not work like Google. So you have to make sure that you're using the correct terms when you're searching in there. Okay, and then another thing that you're going to do is, oh dear, is you're going to, when you have a source or a citation, so you should have a works cited page like this with lots and lots of sources on it. And so let's say that I am going to use this article right here. So this is going to be my first one. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to put this in citation 1. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into that source and I'm going to pull quotes from that source. I'm going to highlight this URL and paste it up here. And what I'm going to do now is, let's say I'm going to use this quote right here. So what you're going to want to do is I would not copy and paste whole paragraphs. I would use maybe a sentence or two. And so here we have 2 sentences. And so I'm going to type in what's important about this quote. Why is this something that I'm including in my research? And so, I might say that, climate change makes it more likely that we will experience pandemics in the future. Okay. And so, and then over here, write about this information in your own words. Pandemics are really awful, and I don't like living through one. people have died and my whole world has changed. If climate change is a culprit, we need to do more to help stop climate change. Okay, so that is how you're going to do this. And so you're going to do that for each one of these. Now, if you want to add more, again, all you have to do is highlight that and do insert a row below. And then for the next citation, you're going to put the citation there. And then you're going to go through. And what this is going to do is this is going to help you when we do the next stage where you do your claim and your evidence and all that. It'll help you to have some quotes and then your own words and why those quotes are important and how they relate to your position. Okay. So that is going to be what you're going to do on this particular assignment. Also, we do have a rubric for this. You can't see it on here, but we do have a rubric. Maybe I can show you the rubric here really quickly. So here is the rubric. Okay, so part 1, search terms. I can brainstorm and identify search terms and phrases to use in my research. Thorough search terms identified. I identified 8 to 12 accurate and insightful search terms. So to get all the points, you need to have at least 8 to 12. And then it goes down from there. Part 2, citing sources. I can identify appropriate sources and cite them using MLA format. All the sources I used came from scholarly and appropriate journalistic sources. I cited each source correctly using MLA format. So this means you got your sources from Mac and Via, just like we instructed you to, and you used MLA citations in these source citations right here. These are MLA citations, okay? And so then we have paraphrasing sources. I can paraphrase sources correctly as part of the research process. I paraphrase quotes and information from my sources extremely effectively, and I also provide commentary to explain how each quote is important to my argument and counter-argument. So you want to make sure that you are connecting whatever your position is on your topic. You want to make sure that you're connecting your position to what you're writing over here. And then part 2, number of sources. Sources exceeded the standard. I had 5 scholarly and journalistic sources, and one of them supported my counter argument. I met the standard. I had 4 or 5, but they weren't always the best quality. And one of them supported my counter argument. So you want to make sure to get the most points that you are doing everything according to the rubric as well. Okay, so that is your video helper for your parts 1 and 2 on this assignment. Let's come back over here to the assignment. So I encourage you, if you didn't watch the first video, that you watch the first video on here because it's going to help you with knowing how to research. And then this video is specifically for your parts 1 and 2, your search terms and your sources. All right. If you have any questions, lines, please make sure you reach out to your teacher, Mr. Hall, Ms. Kreitz, or Ms. Lambert, and we can help you with anything on here. All right. Good luck.